It's your boy Chris Anti to the B, BNR Pod, brand new retro podcast, Tuff Jam Entertainment, South African hip hop, South African music, South African indie culture. That's what we about. We in the building the game. Episode number 4, brah. Episode number 4. We started with my boy Speaker. Shout out to my boy Speaker. He just got a TV show right now, dog. Speaker got a TV show on SABC. It's in SABC 1. We're gonna talk about, because I know you know a lot of details about that. Shout out to my boy the Speaker getting a TV show, man. My boy Father Tech, 10K challenge winner. I see you made back to the city, 7th of October. We there. It's gonna be too fly. Last one we had Landmark was last week. So that was super fire. I can't wait to drop that on y'all. Audio is cleaner because I know y'all, I love you YouTube people. Thank you for commenting and be like, this shit is fire, but can the audio be cleaner? The audio is cleaner, the visuals been lit. So shout out to everybody that gives us feedback. We appreciate y'all tapping into this shit. Brand new retro podcast on all social media. It's your boy Chris Anti to the B on all social media. Tuff Jam Entertainment. That's what we do. Without any further ado though, this nigga just said I told too much, so I think I am already. So I'm gonna get into our guest here. Fourth show in the building, brand new retro podcast. My boy Froz 4th July, Froz Dan, Froz Lisijo.
Wait, it's not even 4th July, it's July the 6th.
July the 6th.
6th.
I don't know my Roman
B1T.
I don't know my Roman numerals, bruh.
Yeah, man, y'all are messing it up. Anyway,
you still with us, man. What's good, my boy?
Nah,
you chill?
Nah.
It's dope to have you here, dog. On and off, you've been trying to make up.
Hey, yo, Rafit.
For a minute.
I want to say something.
Buzangitshela masimasehle mayenzani Soweto, if you want it already, you get a job. Buy like Soweto.
Like
throw a corner Soweto.
It's only a few people that manage to leave Soweto. We don't leave Soweto.
Why though? If people are complaining, but what if like people are complaining? It's a shop. Okay, obviously Soweto compared to a lot of townships. It's a lot of advancements from Amamoli. The number of malls there around.
That's why we don't need
school. That's what I was about to say. So what's the complaint about Gutsi? We need more of the north things, more of the suburban things.
We have
them. You guys. So I'm complaining on.
I don't want to leave.
My business.
But yeah, that's the thing about Soweto. We never leave.
You guys are super patriotic. I remember I grew up in the East End, and like in the Besh era, like in the house when the Besh was still before piano, like years before piano, bro. Like I'm still Besh, but it was still a thing, and I'm trying to escape out the crib. If a Soweto nigga pulled up, like that nigga's gonna make sure that everybody knows, okay, I am from Soweto. Don't think because I'm doing some of these dance styles that you guys do here, we are that. Yes, again, because we gave birth to the patriotism is crazy. Is it? Where do you think it comes from, though? I
think because most of the things originated from Soweto, and most people were from Soweto and then they moved to other townships. And now there's no more that they put this much smooth. We all came with it. But most people came from Soweto. Stars came from Soweto. Artists came from Soweto. Dance.
I was born in Bara,
fair too.
Like if I was born in Bara, grew up in Davidson, but
see, I was born in Bara too.
Like every nigga I know that lives in Joburg, grew up in Joburg. Like
70%.
70%, yeah.
Just to be safe.
Anyway,
Bara boy.
When Soweto boy again? Where in Soweto?
Cause it's like extension, dog. I'm from a
I thought you were 1852 nigga. I thought you were from Middlelands.
I'm obsessed about Middlelands, you know. To a point where I dated a chick from Middlelands at some point, and I lived in Middlelands for some time. And I love hip hop in Middlelands. I love niggas from Middlelands. I love the status of Middlelands. Strictly because if you can check, I know you know your lyricism and everything. Middlelands niggas sound Israel. They do sound different. More than anything else, they sound different.
More than any Soweto hood.
But mid-range niggas sound Israel. If you can listen to like DSD, he sounds Israel. Israel is like skill, while Soweto is like, okay, I'll say aggression. Yeah, but everything east is skill.
But within here, I want to go back to if you're not from Middlelands, from my big.
Yes.
But you gravitated towards the Middlelands 152. What's the difference? Because I'm a Soweto, and the first time I went to Soweto, and thinking I'm thinking themselves. But Lamakasa separate in tribe sometimes. Literally.
Yes, literally.
Oh, some day you got to be
Like Peter my bed, it's like the street away.
So explain to me, Uguti, Ayati Fara can you say this is a Mabika boy? Simply just by swagger, speaking,
Exactly.
it's a different slang, nani.
For real, like umuntu wasephila nasemabhedla abafani, wasezola nasekhanya abafani. There's that little thing.
Financial class difference.
When a presentation, swag, how they represent themselves. Like in the fire nigga, no umuntu wasezola abafani, you can see there's a difference. There's a little difference. I don't know. Maybe it's the language barrier because there's a little tinty-winty thing. In corner, mabare, good time.
Even though you guys are, because we consider Soweto Kasediwa, but you guys have your separations there, like hella separations. Niggas that know in Middlelands that have never left Middlelands, but I'm 80% here.
Yeah, but Soweto niggas never leave. That's the thing.
But it
never leave that hood.
To the regional.
That's the thing. Even your Kawati Soweto because we never.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's a thing. It's now, but it's a disadvantage at the same time because we never.
What do you mean? Like,
okay.
Because there's a lot of I'm a success story of Soweto. It's millions.
Okay.
I might exaggerate with the millions, but we can trace it back from as far. Almost every historical figure we know, from soccer to politics, it stems from Soweto, or they come from a different place.
Keyword history. Yeah, but. Subtract your history. Now, what's popping? So who's popping in Soweto? Niggas never leave. You know, they think everything will still come in Soweto and sponsor Soweto. It doesn't work like that anymore. You need to go out there. I came here to get this done. But you know what? It's been when did you highlight me? Like last year?
Dude, when we started this year, one of the first people,
and I didn't
come sent you a flyer. Like,
so what do you think? I didn't even come through, right? So into Soweto Bakawata, they don't want to leave the hood.
I'm realizing that issue why I'm writing on this because I'm not understanding the advancement and the amount of brilliant people that have come out of Soweto. But there's a ton of Soweto people here in the north, Santin, Rivonia, I don't please what you say. But now the amount of brilliant people, from science to the media, doesn't that it's because I swear to God, in Soweto I'm sure every street, unless it's a new hood, there's somebody that's some historical figure of sorts. Isn't that some sort of inspiration that should make every Soweto person, every Soweto child like, I want to be ill, I want to be great?
Yes, in fact, like when you're talking about the 1%, Soweto is huge, and when you're talking about the 1%. It's not everybody. I live there, I see these people every day. There's so much talent, so much potential, but people just don't want to leave and go get it.
As a street nigga, man, and somebody, when I say a street nigga, I mean like your ears on the streets where again, I think even if you can be a billionaire, like you won't be detached from the lingo to the understanding of the people. Do you think it's a black people township thing? Or is it particular? Why I'm saying what you know these things, so you are aware it's one that's supposed to might think kanjani. Not fully, but you are aware. David Chorney, Soshanguve, Mamelodi, na. And those things that you're saying are symptoms of a lot of black townships. Because the reason when I came to Joburg was because I'm a chief that refused to get out of the East. See, yes, it's probably the song.
Why don't you explain?
To the point that I was like, alright, let me move to Joburg because nobody's moving with me anyway. Is it a black people's thing in the township or just a black people's thing?
No, it's in the township because if you can check KZN niggas, they move from KZN to Ejozi, not knowing where they're gonna stay.
Yes.
And then they hustle their way to the top. If you see people like Abu Big Zulu Nanan, he worked to get there. Yeah? For the mere fact you go to Upume Uwe in Natal, Azotala, or rent somewhere, drive taxis, but pursue something to get something. You know, that's not the Soweto thing. Most of Soweto artists or creatives don't want to leave so like 70% of the houses this house is not for sale because people don't want to leave. I'm a 4-room loud. I'm a 4-room man. People just don't want to explore and expand. No matter what you're saying is you came from somewhere and you're like, nah, this is not it. Maybe because like you were top and you were not comfortable with that word. You're like, you know what? There's more to this. You moved. like you hustling, you're not enough. Chris, you're a household name right now. The battle rap scene, the hip hop scene knows Chris, but Chris is not. You're not enough with what you have. There's something you're like, you know what? I need to go further. You know, but Soweto niggas, most of them. I won't even say Soweto niggas now. I'll just say most hip hop niggas, because you know what? It's not even only Soweto niggas. You know, even most of the OGs. There's a time we spoke about OGs. Hiatus and shit, you know, and then we keeping the culture alive, and then who does that? What did it? Because you keeping it going, and then complain about shit not happening. You know, it's a hip hop thing. Especially, I think it's a hip hop thing where people just wanna be discovered. They don't wanna go out there. So that's my exact problem when I said Soweto niggas don't move out of the hood.
So in terms of like when you speak about that, you think hip hop in general has a certain level of entitlement, and like the newer generation, because I know you like in the middle of the newer generation, but you from Iskela, you know what I mean? And the newer generation mental is to grind, and then products, as opposed to, even though I can say even that's still shaky when I say the old school was more product than promoting, because product was you and fuck between.
Entitlement, so now.
Is there a lot of entitlement in hip hop?
Yes, you're not equal. You know what? Hip hop hates. It's a thing you would see. I'm including myself. We always think that we're better than any other genre because we are creatives. We write. We look at it thoroughly. You know, we thorough people. You know, so. I don't care what beat it is. Youngster, it's a hip hop thing.
Yes.
It's not that any entitlement you deserve to to be bigger than everybody else. You know, it's that thing you must feature on as hip hop kids. The only thing we say is, I'm gonna kill it. It's entitlement. You think you should wear that you. So where now he has entitlement. That's the ability. I'm gonna kill, or I killed Chris.
So you're not going into studio to make music.
No, you just wanna kill. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna.
Even though the Simon Deako is involved beyond battle rap mentality, because we're gonna that. I mean, like even me in my battle rap format, like in that when I was still pure about it, Manush like Froz, I'm a power level guy, Froz I'm a power level guy, Froz meetings I'm or whatever. But after I evolved from that and meeting better MCs, you know, better musicians, and you learn more actually when you open up your mind and don't get there try kill Froz. Because there's things you can't do when I'm Mr. Lyrical Miracle, that's the greatest punchline in the world. You have people that can do crazy choruses. It will make your song sound like a song.
There's no formula to this. That's what I'm saying. That if you relax and you don't like yourself, relax. And then the masses like the relaxed Chris. Relaxed. And the relaxed Chris sells a million. But the Chris that you like, the Chris that you are, doesn't sell. So it is.
What do you do? What do you do then? Or what do you do? Like if let's put it on you. This is Froz wants this, and then Froz gets featured on a song that's not particularly his style, and then that's the shit that people know him for, people love. What should Froz do after that? Like, should Froz say, hey, or should Froz still force and say, well, now they're looking, let me just push?
Music has no formula. There's no formula to this. So you can do it to get your money if you're in it for the money. You can do it, you can go back to what's not selling. You can do both. Why limit yourself? That's the thing about music. If you're doing music, you're not boxing yourself into something. Okay, if they love that, you kill it with your own formula. You're not sounding like youngster. You are Chris in that. There's no beating up boxer, Chris. I don't believe in that. If you're an MC and you master in this ceremony, that means if they give you a jazz beat, a 45 BPM, or they give you a pop, you kill entitlement. You're killing everything. So if one of those popped, you do it, but you still come back to doing your grindy shit. You know, like, hey, my father, I'll do that. Or if I can do good, you know, it's embarrassing when you're shying into the nyat. Even the piano, this track piano, Pagalama personalities would be because it's something that's not there. It's not there.
Because you must remember also that when we were younger, before we grew into teenagers to understand music and our little boxes and who we are, who we think we are personality-wise. Before that, yes, I know.
No, somebody commented on my Facebook fan page the other time. Yeah. When I said, asiqalanga lento nge-fashion ye-rap thina sasirapha sabizwa ngabo my nigga yo mama, and someone shared wathi yeah nisibiza futhi ungakhohlwa nasibiza nabo Cisco nizenza bo Trivia. So I thought of you because I'm from that. So yeah, whoever thought they were embarrassing me, yes I've lived. No. We started somewhere. You know, I used to camouflage.
My thing is this, we South African kids.
Yes.
Outside, before we are hip-hop people, we are South Africans.
Yes.
And as South Africans, there is no way you ignore Kwaito, you ignore house.
Yes.
It's impossible. I'm sorry, the fact that we know, it is a dad, like a 80s track, it's Kudian Mazo in the 80s, 90s, about me, no, you know what I mean? Like, you were a babe. You didn't know what that music genre was called, disco or bubble gum. It was just music that gravitated you like me.
And then you joined in.
You know what I mean? If it plays now, Mr. Hip Hop Head, you still, it's weird. That's the weirdest thing. Music that sounds like that music that's made in 2023, if it plays, I'm gonna immediately reject it. Like, no, I'm not vibing that. But if Mido plays, I'm singing along to Mido.
Exactly.
I'm singing to him and I'm singing to Mido. But I grew up on this and I justify.
People think that ngoba manje sola awucalanga somewhere. You know, they think you're supposed to be embarrassed with you. No, dude. I was a kid. I grew up. I was there. Like I grew up. Like yes, I did that.
Is identity a box? Like being able, knowledge of self is a beautiful thing, and it's one of the pillars of the culture, right? Outside of the four, it's never mentioned. I mean, Kerason breaks it down to 9. I mean, knowledge of self is one of them.
Yes.
Including dough, there's money there. KRS-One, yes. KRS-One advocates for money, purest rappers. But knowledge of self is there, you know what I mean? But now knowledge of self means you are able to identify. If I ask who Froz is, what Froz stands for, we're able. But now, it seems like that same identity, you're able to say, I like this type of music, I like these type of movies, I like this type of clothes. That same identity seems to be the identity that boxes in and limits us from learning the rest of the world. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're right. But again, sticking to that lane, that box, it's so that people know who you are and follow you. Because sometimes people lose identity following trends. So, namhlanje Froz ushaya hip hop ekanje, namhlanje Froz sekashaya leya. Namhlanje ngoba leya move. So people lose focus now. So I think you there. Uthi umuntu makafuna ukumamela something eso ngona mamlu Chris. Not like makafuna hip-hop Chris, makafuna rock Chris. You don't want to be that type of name. You want people to say, you know what, I want to sit today and chill and I want to, let me listen to Chris. Or if I want to get pumped and rowdy and shit, let me listen, you know. So that's why we box ourselves. We end up boxing ourselves because we want, it's a mood thing. Like I'm in this mood. Whenever I drop albums, friend, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's mood. The first thing before dropping an album, it's a mood that I select. Every album of mine has its own mood, has its own vision, has its own concept, its own feel. So I had West was gangster, so wait, whatever. I had Chronicles of It Come Up, which was like a trappish, because I don't want, I'm a mixed vegetables who album I don't want you to listen to my album and then you're like, no, I'm not feeling this, and then, you know. My albums, I box this. I box something. I mean, you know what? I know.
This. When we on that, what we on that, not deviate. So I was checking out discography and trying to check out different spots. So now I saw Ready to Live. I was not tapped into that. But it seems to trace back to 2012 from what I can see here. Are we correct? Time frame? It dropped in 2012. The cover is a parody of Ready to Die with a white boy. I presume Lopuno, like cover there na show. It's not you, of course. It's a white kid.
What's that? Let me see.
Let me show you this. Check this. Froz.
No, that's not me, dog.
That's
I don't
you.
know. Nah.
Froz, aka.
I don't know who that is. Is that another Froz?
There must be another Froz.
Yeah.
Wow, Froz. Guys, there's a nigga that picked my boy's name. I was literally checking out the rock. Wow, there's literally Froz here, and it's got a hip hop cover on the home.
AKA what?
Ready to AKA Smokey Bryant, and it's got another album called Froz Caustic, and
he's a b-boy. That nigga.
Is he a b-boy?
Yeah, I discovered that nigga 2011 or something.
Because I was wondering, Khori, why your Apple is
He's a
different
white boy. That's a b-boy.
So you're not an Apple?
Nah, I recently got an Apple. I'll tell you that.
With TaylorMade?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the only thing I found. And then I got on SoundCloud and Deezer. I find all these joints. Okay, so basically this is useless for me to use because I was gonna try trace back talking about identity, how you. But let's go back. Okay, so every project, Sharp. I know that the latest project is called TaylorMade, but you're saying every project that you released from West up until now. Give us that journey, that voyage from the first project, and how you feel each and every one.
Okay, so
tailored to who?
The first project was Dabugam Tangada. That was in that was in 2010, I think.
You were already recording music in 2010.
Yeah, I started recording music in 2006.
Nice.
I was featured when I got into the booth was 2003. But when I started doing my
was that time?
Yeah.
Don't ignore that, nigga.
But no. Listen, that's what I was saying. I used to camouflage this. I was rapping, nabantu abafana nabo time zone, nabo movies, nanane.
Yeah.
And then mangwa kulezi inja zami zabo chama boy this. Yang imitator. I was six good out.
This is great.
Sharp.
Speaker gave us a similar story. How when he got to school, I was chilling with my man. He do yo gentleman tricks my man. Magabuye le kasi, ungena spansuleni, ichathela.
Two lives. Yes, I was living two lives. You know, bengiploma la nabo German. Yakhumbula German sike sangena fashion like it was yeah. So I was in high school. I think from the year 2000, Geneva. I was chilling with German, cypher battles, whatever. And then after Mang Pumara, you plomani is a chama boy. We go on first time you figure out about and then one day you go check them perform and then they taking honey's home and like, oh shit, you know. I'm enjoying this shit. You know, bangena kancane but I'm still the part kajalo kule ngoma kaSisco mfana irap umrapper wena. Sashama pendana, ama headbelt, do-rags and what. Like when mangena da mimic this jaru that abanje phela. Yeah, ngiyangena vele injaru. Abantwana cash. Oh. Next few years I'll sing the Buffetties keep on doing in, you know. I'm gonna stand up with my rapper, but stingy back up dance and I'm here. No, I don't wanna be front man, I'm just there, you know. And I saw that and I'm more chance that go to Amanda and spit your shit, you know. You're living two lives, dog. So yeah.
That's a dope experience though.
No, I live, dog, and then you know what, I have no regrets. Being in Tuana, I had to live. Can't deprive of what or this stage or whatever. No.
That's why I'm because when we were kids, and a lot of us thought we were cheese boys because you know what I mean? Especially if you grew up with both of the parents, shut up. But if you only had a more lady, like there was a thing after '94, man, like, and to realize how young these people were. Like our parents were really babies, dog, like, and then they were doing things that even the man in our 30s, it seems like, God damn, you were doing this, you know what I mean? So a lot of us had that sheltering, you would see, we don't really see the reality of things up until Eskida. And so in terms of your exposure to I want to go back to the tailoring of the music, how you tailor your music. Where does that stem from? Does it stem from how you found hip-hop? Like, did you find hip-hop feeling, obviously when you got school, it was okay, nah, hip-hop, not necessarily underground. Mara outside of because of the schooling in South Africa, and then we got into hip hop. unless you could just put you in again, out the gates, them niggas were pumping stuff. That's why they were pumping hip hop in like 89 on Tangana 3. It's like I'm made hip hop, you know what I mean? So why do you tailor or make your projects that way? Is it from how you always listen to music?
Now you know when I started this hip hop thing, as long like that's the thing about me and my journey in hip hop. I'm now hip hop from a better point of view. Not tell hip hop on the cipher better on the shy. That was how I saw hip hop. There was a competitive spot, and when you got to a cipher, it turned out bad. There was no cipher I was in that turned out good, which I was not bad. It had to turn out bad. So if you knock on somebody's door, you know how I knew time zone?
Yeah.
That's the thing. We used to knock on people's doors. We go, so I figured out, we had these weird names. Psychotic. Yeah, we had these names. When I first met Pro was through that.
R.I.P. Linda. You already know bitch. Okay. Nakokotela Pro.
Yeah.
Nakokotela Pro, Nina. Wait.
For real.
Whoa.
So pretty sad.
The Pro Kid.
Most cats.
Knowing who Pro Kid is, right?
Bro, at that time there was no superstar. There was no cat who was above. Okay, fine. People were, but you were top in the skill set. But so there was a time whereby we used to travel just in the shows of Lakers because rappers were few at the time. So about Lakers, we know rap.
Okay.
But so we made a little bit of unity, which we exist.
Alright, no,
we exist.
Okay,
we exist. So what about funny cipher, but it wasn't good. More and then work like in a cipher corner up so how I pattern my albums.
Yeah, let's get to the process.
Yeah, I just wanted to break down how I got into this hip hop scene.
Yeah.
It was the battle thing, it was the cipher thing and battle thing. So the music aspect wasn't there. I never saw myself doing music or hip hop. It was about cipher and because I remember some guy wanted to do a demo or something. What you know, back then, maybe in a studio or something. Ati sign a sense demo, you know. And we figured out beat my love when I saw Shabo intergalactic bar on a wuti and let beat Timbana David David. So there was no music aspect. But it was the hook things. Fine. I found myself later, whereby after this game and spa, and I was like, man. And then I got equipment, the music. I'm Chinese on a chord. It's another story. I put Fruity Loops down and then featuring you on a track, and then I would tell a producer that tells you to know this. We want you to talk about love. We don't need you to go that's hard. But Scorpion, the time Scorpion sang at the country. Scorpion sang
I'm a cheat everybody.
Yeah, you know. So that guy had signed so many people at once, and it was sus. So anyway, so I learned to do music. So being featured you, but they recommended me to write more for Undang. Undang was an artist, not a hip hop guy, so I didn't mind.
Yeah.
They you know how they do it because I'm not saying guy. But no, now they still and then you go record.
Yeah.
And then they call him to go into the studio and record it, and back to say and they pay you for that. And I didn't really mind. I was fresh out of school, so I didn't mind.
Yeah.
We did tours, and I bought it. Okay, this is how you do it. And then I
no OGs or nothing, like, because I haven't heard your name drop or nothing.
Okay, no, there was one guy who took me in. There was Diabolic Usagi. That's the guy that introduced me to the whole Crexonic, Death Code.
Okay.
The audio visuals, about dopey, you know. Yeah, that guy was
Shit, you came in, you threw up all your
I've had ciphers with all these guys, you know. That's good when
this is abstract is your quarter, you ciphered with smoking.
Yes, oh that day,
the warmonger, crooked the
warmonger, yes.
Yo, abstract rappers, y'all get mad at this nigga.
I met scientists.
Yeah. Yo, dog, you ciphered the niggas like, even I'm jealous, cause like, I really would have loved to cipher with them niggas.
Yeah, no, I did. So Diabolic took me in and then showed me the way.
He's the Soweto guy.
He's the Soweto guy. So there's no Vano, Crexonic, Ricardo. You know, Crexonic used to like I rap from Jablan until Caesar's Figure Jones. Whoever comes in, it's still rude. Like Upro Nai was there, because Upro was at Jablan, Bangene in Tanzania. Crexonic would still be that nigga. You know, he was like an intelligent motherfucker, Crexonic. You know, he's got football. But he's like one of those main people that formed Deep Soweto.
Okay.
Deep Soweto was not formed by quite a pair or what, but how they made it seem.
Yeah.
Crexonic was one of the fathers, or the founding fathers, or the forefathers of Deep Soweto, and he was like an intellect. He was like fucking dope.
But that's
whether you took him from vernacular to English, he was that nigga.
That's why Deep Soweto, I think it has the foundations. Like because I feel because from how I got, because I always wondered, I'm like, it doesn't matter how artists, how these niggas so pure. Like, you know, for their love and the love of hip hop and the interpretation.
I feel like they didn't want to compete with Asalam Tribe. Instead, Asalam Tribe. What they did was and they found it mostly very. But they you know.
But I mean, if you're saying the people that started it, like I'm a purist,
yes.
like it makes more sense to me. Like
Salas was selling a club. By Sizolo, so the foundation to cover bonke labo but Crexonic was the guy, you know, because Emma Fletting, he used to school these niggas, you know. And I don't want to talk about this nigga anyway. So yes, OGs wise, yes, I did cipher with a couple of OGs.
Right? Nice.
And then, but through that process, there was no music making. That's what I'm saying. It was just but there was no foundation. We would see, okay, we need to do a loud track, we need to do self-awareness track, we need to do kill here, we need to do. There was nothing like that. Up until I met musicians, people that do music, whether it's quite the kids or whatever, then I learned, no man, I can use the skill to just channel myself. Okay, this is a love track, this is, you know, a social track, this is you know. And hasn't it done fun and converted to Shine because I used to hate Venek. I know I used to have diss tracks for Venek Cats or whatever who rap dooms after hearing Ghetto Tragedy. That was quite a track. I'm Zambia, rap dooms and after hearing him rapping Venek,
Bro, because that
was years before. That was years before Pro, man. That was years before Pro, because vernacular thing, from Blazing Spear, Ronaldo Maroto,
Pitch Black. From me, first time I heard Venek rappers was Pitch Black Afro, who I have, what was your particular champion color who I have
firstborn,
no 60 firstborn on the quest.
Yeah, that other guy, of course. Do you know his name? Bubes, yes. There, in fact, so there were a lot of Venek cats before Pro. I started rapping in Venek. My first album to have a CD, Chris, it was in 2006. It was with these two Kwaito guys. Umada Bega Jaiva, UPTV, Bega Cypher, but he yabona lento uzola wayenza wathi yena ushaya ikwadi, and obvious some tracks you could hear this is like hip hop. There's a guy called BJV, Bega Cypher no Crexonic, toe marasha Venek. There was a guy called Tele, toe but asha Venek. And I don't know, the only thing here is switch the language. He's still rapping while in English, you know, he's Venek, but on the story see why, you know. So there's this guy called PJV and it was me. So they needed the rap element with the beat selection. They needed the, you know, so they'd have their own Kwaito feel. And then the album being a quite a field and then riding. Because umana be much I went began to check after jive now, you know. So at the time morning, they said it's something little time. Let's jive. I mean, I have a you. We a group of three. Let's just ding that was the first album. It was in 2006. I rapped in Venek. If you can Google there, it hits until Sipumen again.
It's until Sipumen. Not 2008.
See,
yeah,
that was the same when the album in Pume, Ikamala corner, rap in Venek.
Okay, since when it's a topic there, I was watching an episode. You know what I mean? I just forget to be on the Portland, but shout out to Amachita. I forgot the name, but I do check out a bit of those. And there was an rapper, Flow. I think it's Flow Skills.
That's why I didn't want to go there. It was something I needed to mention. I don't want to talk about it, but sure, cool.
Well, we're here, and the people want to understand. So before Hamba, but talking about like, I'm bringing that up.
No,
I'm bringing that up because it's very interesting to me. You were active, and then you were really active. You were active before Pro Abayin. You know what I mean? And as an Easterner, hence Tinamasiti Kasserap. Pro kids' sons, pro kids' babies. You know what I mean? Even though a person has go back and say, Chris, you used to listen to Pitch Black Afro before you knew about pro kid. So I can understand two into parts. As an Eastern, and I can promise you, as a Victorian, as a Lumpompian, as a KZNadian, KwaZulu Natal, when they think Kasa rap, they think pro kids' babies. You know what I mean? So this guy comes on the pod with Flow Skills, and Mabambuza via my top 5 mentions, and then Bambuza I'm a work rapper. He's top 5 work rappers. You know what I mean? And when this came up, it's weird because it's like the stars wanted me to see this pod. Like, I didn't see no promo or nothing. Just my YouTube algorithm, boom. And let me click South African joints. I love South African content, too. Like, I really love.
I want the top 5. Eh?
So top 5, our name. And then that's where.
Okay.
That's in Froz, top 5 work rappers. And then the host asks Uguti, how Froz? Even the host, how Froz in John, he explained. Obviously, no controversy now, but explain. And then not just a carbon copy, but you're a fake, like a pro kid. And not just a fake, like a pro kid, but you don't deserve, because you are light skinned, you are soft, from the model C, you don't say Masaba.
Okay, fine.
You know, how do you respond to something like that? Because you are light skinned.
Yeah, sure. That's the thing about niggas in Sodra or whatever, or that nigga.
But you know Flow Skills.
No, listen, that's the thing about that nigga, you know? And he just reported me on Facebook recently. Almost got me blocked because I said, you know, I want him for a fist fight, and you know, he's chickening out. Okay. So I'm that light-skinned nigga that loves fighting. First things first. So we have this thing, Yoguti. I never had beef with Ntanga, you know. I met Ntanga way back. You know how I knew that nigga?
Yeah.
Craig Sonic, that nigga moved Ejablan. He was from whatever, Israel or something.
Oh, Soweto originally.
Nah, that nigga came from somewhere, I don't know where. But he moved to Jablan. And he was rapping for...
Late or...
No, back then when Craig Sonic was...
Because these people's with Black Faith and them, and Black Faith is Soweto history.
But man, when that nigga came...
He's Soweto culture, not the word history, you know what I mean?
Not recently, like 2013.
Okay,
no, back then, when he moved...
Yeah.
I grew up in Soweto. He didn't grow up in
I get
Soweto.
you.
So when he came through, and that's one thing that one day if we're in a room, I will say to him, you know, when he came to Soweto, he rapped for Craig Sonic. Craig Sonic was God. You see what I'm talking, how I began the Craig Sonic journey?
Yes.
Craig Sonic was God. Like, if anybody says Craig Sonic was bad, I'm here. Like, he was God. So when he got there, he rapped for nigga Vele was out of his league. And Craig Sonic was like, if you can beat this nigga, you know, you're coming up next. I want you to meet this nigga.
He's talking to you.
Yeah, they walked from Jablani Mall to my house.
Oh, okay.
They walked from Jablani Mall to my house. They got diabolic and then they got to my house. At the time I was still working. Shout out my expense, my identity account. I want to span and they got there. We did a little cipher out shop. Okay, that is nice for shop. Good. That was it with that nigga. That nigga, they made him walk from Jablani Mall to my house.
To come meet you.
To come meet me with you. Yeah.
Because
you're sounding like you sound sure.
yeah.
There's into no.
Hey.
So I think maybe the whole thing became there, but I didn't take it that way. And then they did Deep Soweto. When Deep Soweto was active, I was still active. I was active. You know. Salas said it some other time. Yeah. When we doing Deep Soweto, you had your studio or record about batty in that. Yes. That means I didn't take my style from Deep Soweto. I was active. You know me. So shut.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't wanna. Maybe you said because I wasn't one of those niggas who knocked and said, okay, can I join the movement? No.
Yes.
I was never been that nigga. So fine. Years later, there was Sia Shezi. We got into street competition. At the time, I had only 2 tracks that I've written for that competition, and I managed to get to the finals. Shit. What am I gonna do next? I had to freestyle in the final. So he won. Because he had
because you keep on that track.
Yeah. So I freestyled. Go fight. I didn't even take things on Ghana. More bigger. Zonke is very. Okay, 2 tracks and things. So figure out. You know, my figure final. That time the mess talking apparently no flow skills. We cool people. Years later, he tells me that I said to somebody that he's whack and whatever. I get these things, Chris. Trust me. You know you're an outspoken nigga. Sometimes you get misunderstood.
Yes.
And you say something so I said, Froz, no man. About what and then Chris, you said 1, 2, and 3 with Froz. Maybe as in no, I need to explain. So I didn't have the chance maybe to say, I don't know. So somebody must have heard me say, I've told him before, this nigga. When he raps, there's Kasi rap thing.
Yeah.
For me, he wasn't nice. I said to him, when you he raps also in Tswana.
I've heard him do reggae too, the dance hall. He's fire with
nice,
the
right?
dance hall. Fire.
I don't have a problem. I was like, you know what, there's nah, leave it to these niggas. You are nice here, dog. You fucking nice there. Probably somebody heard me say that.
Yeah.
Maybe, because I was decoding this to my wife the other day, talking about, because she was asking me about it in the Bagantuan, you know. You know what? Maybe
because invested on some. I don't know if you've ever checked it out. You personally didn't mean I hate like that. I don't check it out. Like anybody can tell me. Somebody tagged you. I'm like, why are you telling me about a nigga that tagged me with hate?
If you don't like me, dog. If it's clear you don't like me, I'm not gonna follow you. I'm not gonna give you room.
Yes.
I'm not gonna give you that room.
Yes.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't wanna. I don't even know what I.
That's just
the podcast inside the letter
okay.
Yeah, I'm not supposed
pretty
to do
boy.
this. Yeah,
because that's the part I was like, bro.
So I said to them,
talking like a jail nigga right now. Don't be talking like that, but like
I'm not supposed to say that because I'm the most. He said the prettiest nigga in the world or something like that. I remember he put it like that, the prettiest nigga. Anyway,
see the prettiest nigga.
Yeah, anyway, look.
He's talking the hardest shit though.
No, man. I don't like talking about this nigga, but
but I feel like for the people,
I understand.
For me, honestly, for the content, but for the people as well.
No, I understand where you're coming from. So, somebody must have heard me say, I don't like how when this cat raps, what's it down or whatever. He's nice, maga shali. I've told him before. I was with Black Magic, when we told him about the track, how it came about. Now the funny thing is I bumped into Flow Skills in Back to the City. I don't remember, it was 2012, 2013. Ungathi bekaze Back to the City ngiyokugibela ayokubuyela emuva because bekaphethe ama-disc thinking ukuthi he's a hit and people were not buying those discs. So I said I let disc and I took one I buy, I was like, okay, shot I spice it too. So I disc too much. So I listened to a track there, I shot this one. I like the track. I'm like, no. If Homeboy stuck to this, commercially like boys like somebody said Froz, when because you have no boundaries. So I was like, Udana doesn't like me. I don't know why. So he inboxed me. He's like, yeah, dog. It's like me inboxing you, Chris. You were saying, Froz, maybe go no. Okay, fine. I'm not saying Froz is whack. I'm just saying if he stuck to this lane, whatever. I'm not saying Froz is whack. Oh, so you mean he's whack?
Yeah.
You know? Kalo Chris Mvana to work. No, Kanti, Mamelani point. It's something you could tell me, Froz. I don't think I'm not saying you work, dog. I'm just saying if you rap, it's your opinion, dog, and you're entitled to. And you're the type of nigga. You've probably said this to me before or something. You're that guy. I know I respect where you're coming from because I know the type of music you like, the type of taste. You know, you'd say no. I'm not saying you work, but if 1, 2, and 3, if you stuck to this, you kill it more than.
I fully get you. So basically, it's broken telephone, like miscommunication. That could be mixed with a bit of just like rivalry. Like
maybe they're gonna something very on top of that, which is cool. Maybe they're gonna
because I think it's important that because this clarifies everything. If I'm him watching this, whatever I'm doing now. But you pretty much explain everything. Now tell me, I'm not king now, but I'm a nigga from the hood, so I'm bring a king. I solve it.
No, you know what? I'm not preaching peace here. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's how it began. But from now on, it's that thing. If you had to bring him here and you said he was gonna spit 16s, and I'm with my nigga Bash here and he's with his nigga. If his nigga jumps in, my nigga Bash gonna jump in. But me and him, we have unsolved issues. It's a management thing. I'm a married man. I have kids and whatever. That shit he said is not gonna fly. That needs to be solved. I'm a piece ass. That report after this podcast, I'm gonna show you. I'm reported lang saying fist fight. And then some nigga said, this reminds me of it was I think Conor McGregor and somebody or something, I don't know, and whatever, it reminds me of Flo and then Froz. And he commented, because I saw that, I was like, Angikona, comment what the guy who lost the fight, what you compare the guy that lost the fight. He's like, you comparing this guy to Froz, this guy is even better than Froz. I'm like, oh shit. Oh no, okay, fine, you know what? Can we schedule a fight? A fist fight, no? Dino Stones, like, fist fight, me and you, and then one
report
one round, not okay, it was a castlak, na gubo, sister like lang, anyway, that's
I was outside, nigga, what the fuck?
No, get I
pulled up on the homie. Where you niggas pulled up on the homie?
Yeah, and then the sister like yo, no. It's a whole story. He's gonna say I'm lying, so it's cool. So basically, I said to the nigga, let's schedule a fist fight.
Yeah.
If you ever get him on a podcast, you're gonna ask him. Just ask him. So Froz said, can you schedule a fist fight? What did you say to him? And I'll give you receipts.
Yeah.
You'd say, Azang, I voman guy date. I was okay, I'm a guy, and then he didn't pull up. He's that kind of nigga. So I'll give you receipts. What's mean? I'm a caslaki. Egben need before. So this time you're needing very okay, fine. You know what? Let's meet at a central place. See.
Yeah.
No, he's a gateway. Needs the game is on pizza. Oh, you have this thing. Yeah, I'm trespassing with your baby. I take it. I left from peaceful. And that nigga only talks about me when there's something trending.
Yeah, I hate using words like envy and jealousy, Mara. From me, it gives me those vibes, but I don't want to get into it kakulu because
the last time I saw him was when you were still working with Hip Hop 1.
Yeah.
You invited him in a gig, and when I was battling Vike.
Yeah.
And he was playing that far. The guys are like the same.
Already,
no, I could sense it. I'm born like Muntung Pega Blind.
Oh,
at that time, the guy yeah, manje. Cross it's on, like it's on site.
Is it on site?
Yeah, for real, dog. Like I'm a that nigga.
Look, man, as a man that believes in the principles of the streets, but is also a peaceful man, I believe certain things need to be solved the street way, other things peaceful way. So I think if you've gone past that point, I don't advocate for violence and shit like that.
And my kids are gonna see that podcast when they grow up.
That's an important fucking point.
Kids. You know, one thing we need to respect. One thing we need to respect is that now we are given a platform, a place to live forever. You know what you're doing right now? We post it on the net. It's forever. We don't know our great grandfathers because they didn't have this kind of technology. We're not gonna misuse this platform. You know, this is where we live forever. One day when I'm dead, 50 years deep, somebody's gonna watch this and say, yo, who the hell is this nigga? You know,
And you-
even
you-
blueprints and whatever.
And you want the most accurate version of who Froz was.
They need to know who this nigga was.
No, man.
So I'm not gonna use my time to tarnish a nigga ngayenzanga fuck all, dog. You know, that nigga took his time. Name one track from that nigga, dog. I'm waiting.
That's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't really know Homie's music like that, but I know Homie's bars. Because Bleed the Dirt from Hip Hop 411, he actually put me onto bro. Which there's a nigga who's got an eclectic sound, and I'm explaining too much, so I don't know any sound from.
Bench. Sorry, man.
That type of bash is
What track do you know from that nigga? That one track. What's the name of the track?
The Camp for Bash is
What's that one track? The name of the track.
KV.
I'm still on.
No. Give me one track from Flow Skills that you know. Now, just one track. Just name one track.
Fill up Froz as well.
Name one track.
I know his EP. I bought his EP.
Yeah, but name one track.
I can't really.
Okay, thank you. Anyway,
Chris.
That was off camera. My boy that Camp for Bash get him put on the spot.
No, but Compaz Chris actually invited him and he performed some fire tracks.
fine. Homie is fire.
Yeah.
I said when I started the whole thing, I didn't downplay anything from the homie.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't downplay anything from the homie.
Yeah.
Right? But he's known for things that he's known for shit. Basically. You know, when he's supposed to be known for his dope music, no. He's known for starting in bassing level. I'm not on his level, dog.
That's yours.
Is it me?
Yeah, that's yours.
Oh man, thank you very much, dog. Getting thirsty, creasing room service.
You know what I mean? He's crazy. But this nigga, he's crazy.
What do you need? Your room service sucks, dog.
This nigga early in the morning, like, yo, boy, what do you prefer to drink? Because that's how I cheat, nigga. If I knew Cap
Don't even say what I'm drinking, because but the flow skills, so yeah, we're gonna put an ass.
I'm gonna need that response back. I'm gonna hand it back. I don't know how to get a hold of you, but I'm gonna try how to back you. But I don't wanna get stuck on too much politics. Jam when I have the energy. Say yeah, cool.
I mean, that part of the segment,
Yeah.
is a pillar in fist fight. So if one day you decide to host a boxing match,
And I was about to suggest that actually. I mean, I'm thinking Tuff Jam, organize a boxing match. I think the culture needs this. The culture needs this, and
you know what? You can even add a twist.
Oh shit, a battle and boxing match.
That would be dope. Something new to the culture.
That's
which is
very.
cool with me.
That's
So-
and because he's also culture, like in that sense.
Yeah,
You can.
so
he's
people say,
capable.
that thing of
we can make that happen. We can talk numbers and shit like that. And Kefa says nah, not so much.
But my man, this whole thing is coming from pure hate. There's nothing constructive about it, to be honest. If it was music or catalog based, and I do this shit better than you, and then I'd be dope for it. It was
So
literally
you're saying no lyrics, they must just fight.
not really like okay. Froz been wanting to punch the shit out of that
Bro
thing.
apparently been tucking his tail.
No, I've been said, Froz, don't even bother. You know what happens? Like, as the shares this shit must say, no dog barks at a car that's parked on toilet. The car moves and then somebody's gonna need to bark in some other events. It's all in the music. That's what this nigga must just continue on his journey, and my man, this is him. That's what he needs to do, and just leave the noise is gonna be there. That's all I've been saying to him. Oh, man, give distractions. You don't need that shit, though. You just continue with your shit.
So basically,
100%. That's my boy Campa.
But knowing him, he's got the genes in him. Like, he constantly says, and I know that for a fact, because
dude, when I was driving to Tadi today, I passed his hood. Saying, because I needed that. You know, I needed something to pump me, to amplify. I didn't find him.
he's been saying,
Nah, let's give it from that. That's on the background, the voice you're hearing. If you know your battle rap history, you know this nigga's voice. And if you know, like, so into hip hop, when this nigga was making music, you know, that Camp for Bash, that's the homie. He's here with Froz. But again, I'm going to speak about Kudu. We are saying good tonight, Tuff Jam. We're going to contact homie. I think we could do it professionally. It would be nicer even for the cultures. I mean, because Abu Kaspa have their own thing there. This would be dope even to make a bit of coin. I think people would love to pay for shit like that, and it will bring nice drama to the culture.
Fun.
Yeah, the fight shit.
No, I'm willing to
do it professionally, because I even saw I'm a clubs like Joe's Nani, so do it now. But let's go back to the music in
This
general.
ain't my shit.
What's this mean?
Yo, Houdini, this ain't my shit.
This shit is the wrong drink.
It's the wrong drink.
Please pour this nigga Froz's right drink. This nigga is pumped up. Get this man his right drink, please.
Oh,
This should be. I think this is yours.
Bring me mine. So I've got 2 black labels here. You already know. Brand new red podcast.
Don't say that, dog. Kasi rappers on what get post black. But if you wanna be on Kasi Rap's top 5, you gotta drink black. Yo, man, no. This doesn't mean to appear on the can, dog. If you need to be Kasi Rap's top 5,
Doesn't need to be.
Hey,
I say you got Froz in.
for real, it's top 5. I'm not top 5, dog. Do you know that? I'm not because I don't drink. Apparently, I'm not dark enough. I don't drink. No, I do drink black. Guy not black. I can't drink.
Fuck,
Yeah,
yo.
I drink.
I saw somebody. I'm not even sure. I think I saw when you shared it. It said somebody posted, "Ali, you guys say that niggas better be grateful for Froz. I don't know, saving your carrying the culture." And then, bruh, I will tell you this, dog. Like, I love my Kasera people, you know what I mean? And I love a lot of them. But I don't think activity abona, structure-wise, getting out there to the people enough. This, and when you guys really, I know you personally, so don't think I'm saying you're whack. I'm not saying you're whack, you don't make good music, but a lot of things from packaging to structure-wise, and Froz is doing it. Tailor-made from the visual aspect. Cover, boss. For y'all to be comfortable, like Froz, I wanna touch your hand, bro. Cause I was gonna, by the way, I wanted to buy the album on camera and make a point about supporting each other, but I wanna touch your hand, Jaka. Visually, the stills, pictures, and cut it out. You know what I mean? Cause I know you've been shooting nice videos for a minute. The whole shirt, just tabs there at the back there, looking smooth, too, everything clean. Who did that whole, like, the whole design?
Okay, the idea was me.
The idea was you. Hey, what?
The whole idea, tailor-made. Even the name.
Yeah,
of the
cut it
album.
out. Tailor-made.
Yeah, the name of the album. I came with it. I came up with it. You know what? Because when I got introduced to Just Tabs, somebody bumped 80s and early 90s from my Cutaways EP.
Yes.
Right? And then they said they tagged him on Instagram to say, Tabs, this is your kind of music.
Nice. Oh.
So Tabs been working with Adriano. He's been working with Dr. Duda from Mikasa. He's been around. The guy's been around.
Oh, so
But he hasn't found his
in the
core.
game.
Somebody who likes hip hop, not to blow up. So there were beats that were grimy from Tabs
Yes.
that nobody wanted to use. He worked with Hitman CEO who got signed by Questa, so Hitman was going Afro pop on him. So when he sent me a beat, it was the time I was dropping my TikTok Shandy Star, the character.
That's another thing I want to get into, the whole TikTok vibe.
So Tabs was like, yo, Froz, I'ma send you a beat. Can we do a duet? You spit and then I do the beat. I'll send you the video of the beat. Just do a duet. This nigga sends me a beat that sounds like a track beat, like an album beat, not just.
Whoa.
I sent back a track, mixed master, track. He was like, no, dog, I meant duet. Like, but you sending me a track. This is a single now. He's dropping music.
Yes.
And he sent me 2 more. I sent him 2 tracks back. And
This is before you meet him in real life.
you know,
Online.
dude. And then he starts sending me beats now. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it, dog. Your beats are not the kind of beats I would do TikToks with.
Yes.
I need to do music on those beats. He sent me beats and I sent him tracks back. 6 months down the line, because we finished the whole album because it was no longer an EP, an album. I think we had 16 tracks in a month or 2. Because every time he sent me a beat, I'd send him a track next day. Beat track. So how I met Tabs is that now we need to mix and master this properly. I gave him all the
from?
songs.
So where the boys are?
No, he's from the east. He's from Deep Sloot.
Oh, no,
Deep Sloot. Yeah, he's like Deep Sloot and then 4 Ways.
Yeah, no, that's the north.
The north. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
sorry.
the north.
Yeah, so he originally he's from Soweto in Dobsonville, but when I met him he was in 4 Ways and Deep Sloot, you know. So well, he's in 4 Ways. That's just, he's not in Deep Sloot. Tabs is 4 Ways. Anyway, so I sent him back the track shot. How I met him was that I gave him the data. He's like, a technical nigga. He's like the IT guys or whatever. He creates a portal whereby I load all the saps and then he needs all the clips when I record it. He's like a thorough nigga.
Nice.
So everything, I give him everything. So now a month later, like, or 2 months later, Taps, have you mixed anything? Like, yo, dog, I can't, you know what, I can't get this done or whatever. I'm like, no, I know a nigga that mixed for DJ Spoo, for GP Gangsta, whatever. He's like, you pay this nigga, and he mix it. Sure. I pay side effects. What Taps does is that when he exports the SEPs, check out. Something is louder than the other one. It's no longer like the audio he gave.
Because you guys didn't record.
Yeah, the same studio.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So he just gave me audios on WhatsApp, and I recorded on all those audios.
Yes.
So now when he gives me track out, something is higher than the other and whatever. So when I'm there with side effects, I'm struggling to mix the album.
That's the guy that did mixing and mastering.
Yeah, side effects mixed and mastered the album. So now when we're mixing and mastering the album, angicazi ukuthi trumpet beyiphezulu ukudlula violin. I'm not the guy that composed the beat. So sinini mangithi isa lokho ukhuphule lokho nani. It sounds like a different beat, but it's dope. Sinini mfana kunama voice la except bewafaka kudali ukuthi bewakhala phansi. Mina mangiwa expander. Hey, it's another beat. Sengifuna ukubhala ku side effects man. You know? I'm like, you know what? We're gonna read the album. Let's call this nigga to come.
Okay.
I meet Tabs. I'm gonna meet there this year. With Tabs, like formally meeting this nigga. I didn't even know he was short. Looking at his pictures, I'm always the shortest nigga in the room. I know. People say I look tall. I know. Thank you very much. You know, I thought P. was tall too. I'm taller than him though. Anyway, I'm always the shortest nigga in the room until I met Tabs. When I met him, I was like, oh shit, you short? You know,
wow.
Shorter than me.
Why is it the first thing you say about the nigga, bro?
That's the only thing, Fana.
The guy makes tall music, basically.
Exactly. You know,
like, that nigga gotta be tall, man.
and then he laying up like, oh, you short too, but I'm taller than him anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, we mixed the album, and then I told him.
So already from learning about Tabs, these professional people already. So already, like you take yourself very professional. I remember first time we met, and I think we met Coco when we were doing the June 16th.
Yes, no speed. Yeah.
And sharp, you know you cheated, but there was a different energy to everybody that was in the room. It was like, okay, that nigga, you an artist, like you have that thing. I'm not just a rapper, me artist. So from Tabs, you are feeling that out already.
Yes.
Lena is somebody now in Yako, leading up to how you guys package.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I've never met Tabs on a social visit. I think the only time I did that was in a battle. There's these battles recently, somewhere there in Mawuni. That's when after we dropped, and I was like, no, let's go watch battles. That's the only time
about Nova.
Yeah,
shout out to them niggas. Yeah.
That's the only time. No, I think that's just saying no. I don't know why.
Not about Nova. Is it all caps?
No, that wasn't the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but
no, socially. Like I mean, socially without work.
No, that's not the first time.
Really? When was the
you
first
put
time?
it to the camera.
No, that wasn't the first time. The first time, Terrible Plomale, was that your lady, your wife's baby shower.
Yeah. Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, so but who Taps is that nigga? I was just trying to specify the fact that he's a concentrated.
Like they'll say it every time you guys linked up.
Because he came to Soweto, so we can mix the album. So fine. I had already told him the album is called Tailor Made due to the fact that
he came up with that.
Yeah. Due to the fact that he said he wanted music that he could present to his kids and say this is, you know, because he's been producing all this pop thingy, you know. I was like, I don't want to fit in anymore too, you know. I just want to do something that's gonna make people happy. I know this is not a money-making album. We're just gonna do us. If I die today, if people listen to Tailor Made, I'll be proud of it because that's me. That's my message to my kids. Anyway, so I said to him, it's tailor made for us. This is our tailor made. We're tailor making an album for ourselves and our kids. So it's tailor made. He was like, no, he's cool with that title. When we did the pictures, the sleeve, I told him we're not gonna pose the shirts and whatever. People are not there. You know, obviously the music is some way, and then we're just gonna portray this tailor-made shirts, whatever format. We're just gonna be clean, you know, because
I was surprised because I've always known you as a clean nigga, like outside of hip hop, and like you dress good and all that, take care of how you look. But I didn't expect that. So when I seen that, like, hey man, the suit and everything, I wanted to know who that Tabs nigga. I'm like, okay, it must be that nigga Tabs. Because my boy is clean, but my boy ain't wearing no shirt.
No. I said to him, we gotta stick to the tailor-made. So basically,
wordplay.
Yeah, when we did the cover, the sleeve, it's cut. This is shiny or whatever, you know, because the machine not done. The machine that tape measure and you know.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll do that on the deluxe. So yeah,
There is
we have tracks, dog. Like now, man, when you're spotted, like you see me doing these challenges or whatever. That, you know, Chris, I'm at a point whereby it's said, I was telling Besh recently that it's said I have no time to memorize anything now. I'm just writing, recording, moving along, right? Because the time spent in music, man, it's no longer this. It's this. So you need to move along. You need to consistency. You know, when you a consistent nigga, it's said because you need to present your music to the public. Besh is like, no, you go with the best one, you go with it. Yeah, it's gonna stick anyway, sure. But the rate that I'm going with it, it's said that I can't even memorize. Izolo means 2 tracks. I did the Zawa challenge. I did Shaka Dollar featured me. Previous day Adabs featured me. I did a track with myself. These guys welcomed me with like open hearts. Like Envy was a real nigga. Like P-Dot was a real nigga. Do you know those niggas drove from Pretoria, the visuals, just to come home? Envy suggested that we come chill. Landmark, me and Envy, just chill and drink, talk, chemistry, capture it on camera. He suggested. After, you know these niggas, no? These are made niggas. They owe me nothing. We do a track. I asked them for a track because we can be a bit Twitter inbox like we saw on camera things on the show. And then he kept on reminding me, that time I didn't have a track.
Yeah.
I had to
shooting in the dark and then gun.
The beat the street gods, I had given it to Besh. So Besh, I introduced him to Just Taps. I'm like, this nigga does these kind of beats. Besh was like, yo man, hook me up, whatever, I need to see it. I'm like, no, I'll do a thing. Let me give you a beat. I'll explain to Taps later. I explain to Taps. This is my nigga Besh, so. No, you gave me a beat short, sharp. At that time when Envy needed a track, I explained to Besh. Besh is not a malicious nigga. It's like, go ahead, bro. Nah, I'm not.
Besh loves you, bro.
That's my nigga.
That's
my nigga. Like, nah, Besh is like, it's like that nigga, dog. Like, that's why I need to you. No more your minds than in picture, killer.
This
no, pesho bambalea kutinga anyway. So the street guards.
Yeah, what that time penny? Shout out to Zola.
The street guards. And then I did the whole
Envy, the landmark.
Do you know, Vanna, it took me 15 or 30 minutes to just give them a presentation. Because I was coming back from work and Envy's like, and it's been 3 days. So you have a nigga like Envy saying, I am waiting for this. Dude. Yo, shit, this nigga's serious.
It's serious, yeah.
Landmark is reserved about it. Landmark is a reserved nigga. I get the beat like that, hook and a verse. 15 or 30 minutes, I think. And I said that with Envy, what do you think about this? And he was like, yo, I love this shit. Sharp, you'll give me a verse. I tell them my good time. I'm plus me and clever. Mancha Envy, I love this. I'm manching them. I know Envy, so sharp. A few weeks later, Envy gives me a verse, and then Landmark gives me a verse, and then Envy's like, you know what you can do, homeboy? Just let's be in the same space. Because when we did the track, we're not in the same space. We can pretend like we're recording it, capture it in a document that shit, or we can just chill. That's a nigga, you know. So they come through, we chill, we drink, whatever, and then a month later, we do a video. He comes through. He drove from Cap City Lena, and then he gave me for visuals.
Yeah, for the visuals. Yeah.
For the visuals. Jimmy Wiz lives in my neighborhood. I didn't even know. We grew up in the same neighborhood. I used to date Jimmy Wiz's cousin. Jimmy had a beef with me because I broke him. Listen, I broke Jimmy.
Hey man, that's right.
My man, cousin that Jimmy eventually. So Jimmy had tiff, he had a little beef.
Yeah.
I broke his cousin's heart.
Cousin's heart, yeah.
That time again, I can't know Jimmy Wiz. I was with you, Besh. Go back to the city. I was fanning over this nigga. Oh my nigga, I didn't even know this nigga's from my neighborhood.
Yeah, I was the way cousins.
I don't know shit. Fan, whatever.
Yeah.
Jimmy must have looked at me like.
The time I met Jimmy, I was like, oh, Jimmy. Yeah.
Exactly. He must have looked at me like this nigga. So he doesn't even know.
Yeah.
I used to be a fan.
The whole thing happened organically.
Yes, organically.
So it's literally everything happened organically through just your energies connecting.
For real, dog.
I'm looking at when you dropped the back cover. I'm like, yeah, man, this nigga got some corporate situation behind him or some shit. I swear to God, because of the features, the whole capture, and I'm in the game.
It looked
So I'm imagining like audience, the random fans to how they vision it, and the respect goes higher. What did you anticipate like the reaction, especially from how you packaged it and how you guys are distributing it?
If you do things right, you're different from other people that have been doing it. So I wanted to be different, right? So people don't digest music the same as before. So I needed, how we started the whole conversation. It's like a stand-up comedy shit. You start something and then there's an end, but it has to connect with the start.
Yes.
When I said to you, so what you niggas don't want to get out of the hood? Yeah. So I had to get out of the hood and get different niggas.
Yes.
Name any Soweto cat that's done a track with Envy or a Gasset cat. None. P-Dot? None. Right? It was Red Button and P-Dot, way back and whatever. So
Bro,
it was on P-Dot's thing. But on
the Batin, okay, Feli Batin because it was Pro, and this so obviously that come on, we can't act like
fight with the PTA
movement. Okay.
He's typed with these niggas. They pay him visits. He chills with them niggas. And they have tracks.
They have to make down, like you say. How much that they will read like Abu Envy, the Anvils and them. Even now, them being posted for Back to the City. They dope MCs and they never really left on their solo shit. But the Anvils being brought in as the Anvils, it's because of the culture, the 50 years, and everyone did that. Say, I said it last week. Bar 4.
Culture.
Nigga, that shit is porn for hip hop heads, bro. Like, what
It's
the
culture.
fuck?
It's culture, dog.
Every
Say that lineup is work is new school cat.
That's
culture.
He's in this is nothing is born. These are my haters, I'm a purist. That's gonna 29. We are back to the city.
You got emphatic text.
Them niggas are the niggas doing the most posts.
The landmines.
The purest niggas you don't expect. Bro, come on. Cashless. Yo, I'm cashless. I'm an African nigga. And what else do you want? What else would you want? Another vibe you would see. I've heard of Woodsy's from the couch. From what I hear, Woodsy was brought up by
he was,
because another vibe you would see, I used to be hip hop, or at least hip hop again.
Used to love the gangster shit.
Yeah, but the hip hop now. Because the language you're fine of it. Commercial, gangster rap. Like Ukim Bond.
That's why
Ukim Bond.
they don't do the gangster shit anymore here in SA. So anyway, as we were talking about where were we?
In the way packaging and you differing yourself from the rest of the people in the hood
so
and the selling, basically deciding to sell this project not just as a stream my shit, really pay me real money. Because that's the first thing
I've always been like that.
when you say I'm gonna print, the first thing motherfuckers say, yo man, nobody buying CDs.
Hey,
nobody,
right?
You know what I mean?
So yeah, I was like, so I told Tabs, like, okay, Tabs, the distribution did the start. This is what it's like, okay, cool. They gave me his identities and whatever. Yeah, shut up. I was like, I'm a street nigga, dog. I love singing. I have to sell this. I need to meet people that love this music.
Yes.
The last time when I came up with this idea, so everything revolved around this one. So I was with Bash. When Bash dropped Guy, Bash has a count. Well, his Bash's neighborhood, they fucks with him. Bash is that neighborhood. You with Bash, you fucks with Bash. You know? So his neighborhood, whether they listen to hip hop or not, they'll buy his shit. Sure. So I was with Bash the other time he dropped his album. So I bought a copy from Bash. So we were going around. I think he was shooting a video or something. So he was selling his material. So sure. My Bash, the circle got Bash, they're all driving cars. Niggas had USBs, no CD player anymore. Okay. So somebody said to Bash, no, Bash, okay, I'm gonna buy this. I'll need somebody to load it on a computer and get it on USB.
Yes.
From there, but you know, I thought, okay, CDs are obsolete. How am I gonna
do? Wait, you co-sign that before we move on? Would the CDs are obsolete? As an artist, it's useless for you.
Yeah, no.
You co-sign that?
Yeah.
I'm not saying
for collection. No, for collection's sake, for you to have it, yes. But for you to play it, I'm gonna survive the pouching hour. You hip hop, then we'll do it.
Was with everything you just fit in.
Yeah, no, right?
Yeah, basically.
Over the portion I don't keep and I try to follow this thing and
Yeah.
we take it one, most of that we take two from here.
So collection purposes as the vinyl collectors, because that's how vinyl. Like I'm a vinyl people, they buy the thing and then get the digital joint.
Yes,
and
then this is my, that's
put it on the wall,
collection,
put it there, whatever.
Collector's item. So yeah, I thought to myself, people are not gonna. In let's say dog. Few collectors. There's a few, very few collectors. People, they just consume this. People just want to consume it. So sharp. So I thought about this. Sharp. So a cousin of mine dropped an album when I dropped West. Yeah? No. But that was the after Bash. But I still had West. I was still pushing West. A cousin of mine dropped an album. It was on USBs. Very few copies. Was not confident about this. I saw it in USB. This was dope. But it needs something. It wasn't the way it was supposed to be. So I was like, what's the motive behind the USB? Why are you dropping USBs? No, people will have space, so I'll sell them big gigs and let them have space to store it. No. I was like, no, go back to I went back to the drawing board. I was like, no, Tuff, we're gonna drop it as USBs, as cards. We're gonna put the cover there, and then it's gonna be into a gig. We're gonna put all the content. We're gonna put tracks, 10 tracks, 10 videos. If there's space, or if we drop a deluxe, we'll do a deluxe with the documentaries that we captured. So everybody, they have a journey. People like content. They wanna view.
Yes.
They wanna view something. Music alone, Chris, it's not gonna cut it. People consume music like Bauka. It's out, gone. But if they see it,
even Drake, when I trends 2 weeks, it's over, nigga.
And then out.
You think you?
All they do is they wanna see how high the fire.
Yeah, and then
gets. And then after that, my pepper, eat.
Exactly.
So it's no longer that cold fire whereby it would just last.
Because in the CD era, bro, you listen to an album 2 years. Like one album. One album, Upampa. I remember when I first got my first real hip hop shit, like in 2006, 2007, and it was one MP3, MP4, I think, with 10 albums.
Yeah.
Moral Technique, Last Emperor, Copyright, the general underground from the late 2000s, early 2000s, I mean.
Yeah.
And I listened to that project, to that one particular CD for a good 3 years before I got anything else on my hands.
Well, you know what? At that time, you didn't have every day now.
Being on a computer, firstly, I'm serious as good as now on a computer.
You don't have rappers every day. We have rappers every day. But now you discover you can tomorrow. There's so many artists, so little consumers.
While talking about that, what's your view on the state of the culture? Like globally, we have the whole drill movement, mainstream wise, doing crazy shit. You know what I mean? They doing hella shit. Our Pop Smoke passed away just before King Von, just before you can Juice World, all these little niggas that are passing away just before, and then you have the underground version. Yabo Conway, Nabo, they don't die for shit. Them niggas just keep dropping and eating. So there's these two worlds of this dark boom bap grime shit going on in the underground, and then this real shit. So in terms of state of the culture, internationally, locally, where you at?
But it's been like that. It's been like that. We have had underground and commercial in states.
Yeah,
We've had it for years.
Yeah.
We've had it for years. There's been Nelly. There's been the Cares. There's been that, you know. So right now is that the problem now? Why? Sometimes you have these commercials that sound underground.
Yes.
Right?
It's crazy because
Before you didn't have that.
you never had that.
Before you had
we were talking
commercial
about
parts.
everyone knows. Like KB, they know. My guys at the Tuff Jam.
Yes.
Those people that don't know, we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we didn't have that. Now you have commercial cats sounding underground.
Yes.
And then you still have,
Beat-wise,
and then sometimes
lyrically,
you have underground cats that sound commercial.
dressing
Sometimes
commercial
they are
shit.
trash, but they're underground. They're underground.
Yeah, 100%.
Before, when you said underground, you meant like dope.
Yes.
That are not accepted by the society or whatever. That was
Underground used to just be dope. Like we say
That was
niggas
dope.
underground.
No,
Yeah.
This person decided.
Now when you say underground,
Yeah, I know. Let's listen
I gotta
to what he
listen to
has.
that.
You know, let's listen to what he has. Maybe he's up and coming.
Yeah,
He's not underground. He's up and coming.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then
okay.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's been like that. It's been.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
I get your perspective.
And then you have South Africa has never had that. You know why? Because anybody could make it. Like how pro was sidelined when Squatter came. I mean, there was a point whereby you used to chill with hoodlum.
Like Eastern.
Yeah, I'm with Dana Bibazo.
Hidden Force.
Yeah, I'm with Dana Bibazo. I'm selling Bibazo recorder that, but no one.
But look back.
Hoodlum.
Hoodlum.
To collect beats or whatever.
Yeah.
They knew him, you know, but they didn't give him a chance to shout.
This is Bro Kid.
Yeah, and then until he got a chance, and then he broke through and he became bigger than that. In South Africa, it's not underground. It's the fact that people fear that you might be bigger than that. Our market is so small. There's no way you can say this is underground, this is commercial. Because your style, the grimy hip hop that you do, could be the shit that we need.
Yes.
You know, because if somebody funded that, it's it. I mean, you want to tell me that if they pitch you on a track with Aries, like, okay, this is Chris and Aries, somebody that had money and said, no, I want you two to do this. Wouldn't it sound dope?
They give us a nice beat.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be super grimy, super commercial. Just let us rap some Jake Dilla type vibe.
I mean,
And we're making a classic.
there's no difference.
You know, last week there was a bunch of rappers here at the Landmark situation because we were shooting a bunch of things, and we had a conversation. That already, it feels like the bigger artists that have made it broken, what they do with. Because it's not everybody that's dope or meant to blow up, dog. I'm sorry, but when you are found, they grab you and shine with you a little bit. With hey, I got a new one, the killer, but they keep you there. They don't.
They do.
Is that a bullshit concept? Is that a conspiracy theory, or do you see it too?
No. They you know.
And it goes back to what you just said.
I say that
People want to keep you there. They're scared of competition.
that's about this thing you would see. Usually sugar mama, and then sugar mama doesn't want you to marry her or whatever. She just wants to keep you for your energy.
Yes.
That's what these niggas do. So niggas they just want to suck your energy out of you.
No, Froz, that's a crazy analogy.
For real.
Whoa.
They just want to suck the juice out of you.
Ooh, that's crazy.
It's not a long term thing. It's them trying to stay alive in the culture. It's like
And then when are you excited?
Because
so when you're in the studio there, you're giving away all your
All the
ideas,
energy.
so you can show that you are worthy
all
to
the
be
energy,
here.
all the energy, and they take that energy and what? Boom! Kulichana is a platinum symbol, and you are the man behind that shit, right?
And you're like, hey, and then you stand Corona when you because you still not let me like.
And then you know what he does? You know what he does? He lets you hype him. You have to feel at home, dog.
So Corona,
You hype him. I mean, who's gonna give you that platform? Who's gonna give you that little money's giving? No one, dog.
Yo, Froz, break it down some more.
You know why Batin never dropped for so long? When remember, pro side Batin like 5 years before Martin dropped an album.
Yes, questions about that, Marks as well. You know what I mean? Like
It was long. I'm not saying, but ideas. And then there were some parts of the albums, Zga Pro, you'd hear backing vocals, Zga Martin. Hear with his backing vocals, backing that. He's my name. That's what this whole new thing. This whole thing started with Pro and then Slicker.
yes, Slicker, Squatter Camp Slicker.
Yeah, head Questa.
Yeah.
Pro head Martin. So you have.
Konje, you know the histories. Abantu abazi Questa was signed under Slicker. But a ping, yes, abantu abakenda ile.
So Ndwana, and then he has ideas, and then one platform I want
I know this is going on. I'm ideas of fresh.
Fresh black, but you also want the shine. You want the shine. Yeah. So you sign these little boys, you chill with these little boys, you get these little boys' ideas.
Excuse me.
As soon as these little boys dry out, move on to the next. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm not saying who's what. KO has been with 2 or 3 different batches of new niggas, and he still remains the freshest nigga.
Exactly, and all them niggas disappear, and I keep having this conversation with the homies, and cause I be hearing a bunch of people come at me about the latest commercial rapper that can rap, cause they know my stance when it comes to this shit. I'm gonna fuck how much money there is. Can the nigga rap? The nigga's a billionaire? Great. Can the nigga rap? So niggas keep telling me, oh, Kid X and this and the third and all these things that have been around, especially Brody KO. Because I was saying this last week. We were talking about Back to the City, né? And as soon as I mentioned the conversation we just had about Back to the City being back to the real on this one, everybody kind of tensed up, and I had to break that. It's like, no, Back to the City is a big entity. We can talk about it without us feeling curry. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So talking about KO could have whatever, it's not a bad thing, guys. These are public figures that we should be talking about. This is good for their brand. This is good for hip hop. Why is this ANC faction? No, you can't talk about Msholos. No, you can't talk about Matamela. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that I think has held back South African hip hop. There's no honesty comes out to hip hop. Hence, when there's a bit of friction, Pella, AKA and Casper, RIP to AKA. There was no real beef there, my nigga. That shit held on for 15 years. That shit built them niggas' careers. Simply because that shit doesn't happen in South Africa. It doesn't happen. There's never any.
And the other one was just afraid because if there was no beef, there was no him.
Facts. Without, you know what I mean?
Because Casper tried to make peace, but the other was like nothing. If there was peace, then there's no.
Yes.
My brain would live long.
And unfortunately, bro said that in another interview because there's an interview. They asked him not directly in those words, but they asked him, bro, why do you keep chasing drama? And he said,
sometimes I think I'm wrong and I'm right.
No, they asked him an Indian lady, and I don't know if it's ENC, but it's a big, major situation. And I actually posted that. And I said in the caption, RIP to the homie. But homie was not always positive energies. So, and he confirms in that video, Uguchi, he says, I thrive. I thrive in the drama. I thrive. The more people hate me.
The inception of his brand was Altino. The Altino beef.
Okay, yeah. Because he came from NCT and all of that.
Yeah, because when
do you think
was the striving guy in South African hip hop.
Question, as also an observer and a fan of the culture of South African hip hop, the passing away of Urikiriki and AKA, I heard the young, was it Uncle V? Well, he was posting, not heard, but he was posting on his threads, yo, the game ain't the same without Rikiriki and AKA. Do you think the loss of those guys has taken away anything from the mainstream scene?
Fine. Fact. When they say the game is not the same, that doesn't mean we lost 2 tight niggas and we know. It's a void, it's a space where these 2 niggas used to fill. So at this space, these people used to occupy. Now that they're not there anymore, there's a piano tracks playing. All the space now they would have released something new, and in that space, they could have popped money to play for these minutes. So these minutes.
But isn't that how the industry works, Froz?
It is.
Them niggas pass away, let's find 2 other ones to fill up the space.
Don't make me say shit. Anyway, listen.
No, say shit, dog. I wouldn't need.
Okay, listen.
I wouldn't need. Like, I don't want to mess with your brand or nothing, or burn your bridges. But if there's things that Niggas are not seeing past the smoke screens.
It is what it's how it's supposed to be. That two niggas pass on, and then two niggas have to occupy that space. But at this moment, no one is occupying this space. Who is? Right, fine. I don't know how they got that money.
In terms of that level of play, anyway.
No. Listen,
you know what I mean?
I don't know who was funding that, right? I don't know which drug lord or which company.
Yes, because you have a theory about why South African rappers, especially from Soweto, and are dying. There's a theory, and you're like, I don't want to say too much, because you're a street nigga, dog. Like,
you know what? Listen, at the end of the day, right? Those niggas passed on, and then, well, if AKA was still alive, I think 3, 4, 5 visuals would have been out, and he would have been playing this time, and that would have benefited SA hip hop.
yes,
Say.
okay.
So
In inverted commas.
yes, yeah. You know what? You know, before when hip hop played on TV, you used to get excited, but we never got the chance. Before we never got the chance. So when Squatter Camp was there, a music video of Squatter Camp playing on TV, no one would without you come. My team, get it out, you chill, like yeah, you know.
Yeah.
At least we given a chance because there was no chance. It was quieto, 45 ppm, house fresh house flame, whatever. Anyway, no specs, magandala or whatever.
Wait, you didn't even know the time frame was and we made a little hour now specs. Now mischief, nah. Marajami, hip hop sayitanda to all time, like heavy. I'm talking time. That's all I know. You love hip hop, dog. Like you love music, you love being artist and the creative, right? And this is what we're like, because we've been talking for a minute. And I was saying this, like I always say this with all my guests, because all my guests I am fans of. And I just happen to have affiliation or friendship with those people. So the conversation is mixed from a fan basis, things I've always wanted to ask, but also friendship with I can talk to Froz like the real nigga like this, and himself, Froz, I'm sound. But also, I'm going to kurumba hip hop forever, I'm sorry. We ask me now, in Mondoyami, in the as black people, as South Africans, say vote the next year, dog. I'm sorry. Say vote the next year.
I don't want to get to this.
Say vote the next year.
Can I say my piece? I know.
Say your piece.
Yeah, my piece is against your piece, bro.
No, my man.
No, I've been
My man. I'm not screaming EFF or NCFF. No. I'm going to laugh. Don't get. In fact, the question here, was going to broadly ask you where you stand. In fact, so can I want to bring a media by Ken and Uzi, we stand on opposite ends when it comes to our political beliefs.
I do. You're my nigga. So I've been following you for a while. So I know.
I'm man. I'm going.
You're my nigga. I know what you
Hey,
stand.
we were talking nice. They won't do that to say actually.
No, not as in.
Marina play. But no. My man, same I asked you on the podcast. Not on the podcast, on the interview that's gonna drop on the South African Indie Culture website. Magbuzanati to vote next year out time. I'm told firstly, I know you don't like the ANC. I'm told, but sharp, we both agree on that. With ANC made it prove. What is the alternative to that? Outside of it being just EFF, what are the ideas? What are the perspectives that need to be done in order for us to realize the so-called dream they say, oh Mandela? Because when I listen to that nigga's speech, bro, some of the, like most of that shit sounds like it was written by niggas. It was written by niggas. That nigga was not speaking his mind on a lot of things. You know what I mean? So where do you stand with the political spectrum right now? And be as honest as possible. I'm not here to change you from being an EFF member. Please.
First and foremost, I'm not even an EFF member. I just want things to be right. So how things are gonna be right?
Yeah.
We have to remove the ANC off the
100%.
Out. So they can see that there can be a period where they don't know. The problem is that when you remove the ANC, it's just gonna get worse. Like we're just gonna see shit. Yep. So for how many people, like the duration?
It's 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
So we have to have a duration of shit, of hell, not having the ANC, because any party that's gonna pick up this shit from where it is, it's a downslope. We're just gonna go push. You know? But it's just to open up their minds for the, you know what? Because they're comfortable. The ANC is fucking comfortable.
Do you think South African youth, and when I say youth, I mean people that are 40 years and younger, between 40 years and 18 voting age. 18 to 40, because that's how the Constitution identifies youth as 18 to 35. But I'm gonna stretch it to 40 because 40-year-olds is sagging. 40-year-olds they got mohawks and shit. You know what I mean? So let them niggas live their youth. Do you think South African youth are not politicized, are conscientized enough for them to understand how important the voting process?
Majority they not. You know,
and why is that? Because we out here, we live in the north, we're driving Porsches, we dressing in designer.
Not everybody. I've worked with people that come from Imahom. They don't know our currency right now, how this currency thing works, how it affects us.
Yes.
How they don't even know that. All they know is that it's not silly.
Yes.
But they don't even know why. So if we had do you think as sorry to say to ask you on the podcast?
No, 100%. Fam, this is your spot.
Do you think if we as the youth, if we had to go to NC and say they need to reshape it, like just you know what? We have people from university that are working in ANC, that are part of the university, that are in junior positions in the ANC, feeding knowledge to these motherfuckers who don't want to retire. And these motherfuckers who think they know it better because we're paying $2 and they're still killing the country. So, but we still have fresh blood within the ANC party.
Yeah.
You have people like, remember in the SARS situation when that lady was appointed as a SARS chief worker, and then when she was interviewed, she didn't know shit from Nigeria, didn't give her whatever. You know? So I'm saying if we had to go there and just appoint the right people, then it's fine. As a party, it's fine. But whoever that's in the committee or whatever, that group, that the senior position, are people we don't need right now. We don't need those people. Those are the same people. It's like music. You know, whether you wanna be the nigga that's forward. That's what they do. Why I decided, you know what, we're gonna take the ear. I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it. He is racist as fuck. I'm saying it, it's racist as fuck. You go to Cape Town, the suburbs in Cape Town is white as fuck. Now go to Gugulethu, it's black as fuck. So DA is like the worst thing ever. There is no way I will sugarcoat this or whatever. The DA is, that's shit. So we left with this shit called the EFF. So we just have to remove ANC, get this in that position.
Okay. So let's say now speak to somebody whose main fear, right, about the EFF, right? Because as in that, one thing that I've seen about the EFF and the media is how they get reported. There's a whole lot of bias.
If you were an investor,
there's a whole lot of bias when it comes to how they report EFF. As somebody that's in the media, I acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Hence, my perspectives are never about what I saw that nigga say on TV or radio. It's always about what I really read that nigga say in the manifesto, or what that nigga.
And then yes, this year I get booked. TTV hit me up. Usually Oz is the one that's been hitting me up. So this time it's TTV. So cool. Yeah, I'm Jada, like
Nah, even me was like, they would like give you a call. I was like, okay, I thought
he
calls
just
me.
called me like, you know,
Yeah.
dog, so like, yo, dog, I know, I've been waiting. You know why I've been working so hard this year, dog? I'm not gonna lie. I've been working so hard for the SA Hip Hop Awards, though. I wasn't even thinking back to the city. I was thinking SA Hip Hop Awards.
Which category though? Because I
even if it's not a nomination, even if it's not a nomination, but performing on that stage, you see, I've been back to the city. I've counted for 4 years now in a row. It's a row now, right?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I've seen that. I've been there and whatever. This one, when I said what I like about you is that there's more to this.
Yes.
I've been to the stage.
Yes.
I know the stage, you know, because niggas like me get booked for like a daytime slot, not a prime time slot. I've been home, you know. This year it's a daytime slot too, you know. Whoever's gonna be there is gonna see it. I need a prime time slot. I need the SA Hip Hop Awards. So I've been working so hard, so niggas can't ignore this shit.
Yes.
You know? So when I said to you, Chris, it's sad to a point whereby I don't. You know, with hip hop, you need to present your work. So we need to like drop a beat now and rap this. I can't even rap this shit because I'm moving along. I'm writing this, recording out, writing this, recording out, writing this. That's how set. It's set for me because I'm from an era where you need to represent your work. We need to put the phrase and the lyrics or the song together. I can't even do that recently because I keep. When I'm planning a recorder, I need to drop something on Monday. People need to have something on Monday to share. And then you need to have something on Thursday again. I'm promoted. I told Bash that like I'm tired. The team got to more fatigue. Yeah, like I'm tired. Like I'm fucking tired. I almost didn't come to invite me. They said,
man, really sad, bro.
Listen, I'm sending you a text because you didn't confirm. I'm like, Chris, confirm and whatever.
Confirmation
my nigga, this load shading and because we have.
Word up, nigga, word up.
I'm trying to test my yo, this is like, yeah, sure, confirmation. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. Like, bet I'm gonna go. When I was born, like, dog. That's how hard I've been working this year, dog. Like,
I'm gonna appreciate you coming through.
No, I'm not lying, dog. You know, somebody said, okay, so after Taylor made you gonna battle, because I wanted to battle.
Yes,
So the problem is, my problem is memorizing. I give Bash 100 bars to memorize. There's a track he's supposed to spit talking to me.
What?
I wrote a track.
So he's gonna memorize your part.
100 bars. For real, he has 100 bars to memorize. But when we do the visuals, he's supposed to talk to me on the visuals.
Okay.
That 100 bars.
And then you talk back with him.
No, I do like the 16 and then he does the rest.
And then Best does the 100. Woo!
So now.
And Best goes crazy.
That's how bad it is when I'm telling you about work ethic. Like I have tracks that I've put in place.
But is this worth it in terms of mostly fulfillment? Because I heard you say you don't want to do this for the money no more, whatever.
It's worth it for me, dog. I want to live forever. That's what I said to you, Chris. Somebody checks this podcast 50 years when I'm dead. It's worth it.
One of our favorite Tuff Gem MCs, a nigga called Altavino. He says a bar. He says, I was lost and I found my way. I'm gonna live forever if I die today.
Exactly.
And he drops like how you drops, like you know how these Conway niggas, they drop every week.
Yeah, exactly.
So that bar literally sums up the do show. You would see.
People talk about Mujava to this day. Mujava, the
dude. Who's the first thing that died from AIDS? Who's that nigga? No. They have a studio mix, man. They are Zomo. Niggas still talk about Zomo, bro. Because the nigga put in work when he was alive. He was the first nigga to die AIDS, bro, according to black people everywhere. According to black people everywhere. Don't disrespect.
Pac lives forever. Like, Pac is outliving niggas.
But Pac been dropping.
Yeah.
You talking about, are you got some shit back? Away.
Yeah,
so you got 30 albums waiting to up on the day.
This nigga has a problem with me. There's an album that's supposed to have dropped before Taylor made. I pushed it back and gave y'all Taylor made. There's an album called Concept. So I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Concept to me, it wasn't my, until you said damn shit was not your shit.
No,
then
Concept.
I said fuck whatever.
There's 25 to Concepts. That's something else. There's Concepts, like the main album.
Yeah.
The main solo album, like 10 tracks and 10.
bro.
Yeah, it's 10 tracks and 10 videos. I'm submitting the second video, third, fourth, fifth, and then after 7th video, I'm gonna drop Concepts. And then or the deluxe.
Yeah.
Deluxe, and then I'll drop Concepts. People have to be patient. There's a lot, dog. I'm writing every.
Because also you're dropping visuals. It's not like the old school where you want to drop out familiar and I'm video into it.
No,
there's a lot of
everything.
stuff. If somebody says I don't have enough Froz, they are lying.
And
There's enough Froz content dropping for people at least baby catered for a minute.
Shout out to my wife. She's been helping me a lot with visuals because every visual.
Whoa,
like,
your wife is on the visuals.
She shot 6 visuals for me.
Man, that niggas get queens out here. Those numbers clear what's what Tina.
We Taylor made 4 visuals were shot by my wife. 5. Because Scooter shot and then Joey did for you, I think, yeah. So my wife does my visuals. I do the editing.
Wow.
It's a teamwork.
Yes.
You know, my kids are there. Some videos, my kids are there. I start lighting, and then the wife shoots. It's a, you know. So,
and it's a dope family bonding situation.
Yeah, and my kids love my music. They if you visit me, my kids will play you my music. You see, yeah, because my kids play my music more than anybody else. They have their own YouTube in their bedrooms and they play my music. The school teacher now follows me on TikTok. That's
fucking fire!
It's that.
Yeah,
it's that.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then I tell you that I'm not doing this shit for music, for money. I'm doing it for this legacy.
Yes.
You can tell their kids already. That's our father.
It's very beautiful that you explain it, because when you do, Froz, you're doing it for the love, yeah, for the love, but they think you're talking about 2003 love, because that's a different love. When Last Emperor said, for the love, you know, even when Cashless Society came up with the name, at the time it made sense, because, and even they were not thinking, yo, we want to be poor. They were saying, people are poor, guys. People are poor here, so what we're doing was, but how you, as a head, when you pop into like, oh, Cashless Society, so as an underground rapper must be broke, I know, that's the shit. That's how we received it, but we actually didn't get what these niggas were trying to teach. But we can go even further, Jam. When I wrap it up for me, dogs.
Yeah, so anyway, it's that tailor-made deluxe concepts is gonna come through. I'm gonna be doing a couple of side projects, like joint collabos with other rappers, because I just want to get into
our EP, 6 songs.
You know, there might be something again with the big homie James.
Nice.
Anyways, a project me and him. Yeah, you know, rappers, we do talk about these things, and sometimes they don't happen. But yeah, anyway, me and James are onto something. Me and Chris are onto something.
Yes, the one we told you know what time it is.
And then I'm not gonna stop dropping these freestyles, TikToks, whatever, being in your face.
I think it's very important that you're doing the TikTok stuff.
Yeah, no. It's not even TikTok. It's just me dropping every week or something. I'm not gonna stop mojavaring all this hip hop shit or mojava it till you know they don't deny that there's a kid called Froz, you know. And then anyway, if you want to find my work, it's Froz, Froz, aka July, DA, the V1TH, the 6th, or on Twitter at the real Froz, the real _ Froz, TikTok, the Super Froz, everything else, the Super Froz. You can also check my album out, Tailor Made, 10 views, 10 songs on a USB. It will be on your screen. Don't worry, I got you. What else? Back to the City on the 7th of October. I don't know. Will this be out before that? Imagine if this comes out.
My team literally says it's going to be out before then. So
okay, cool.
Shut up.
7th of October. Back to the City. I'll be performing there at just be there 3 o'clock, but I'll be there to 4.
I'm telling you, motherfuckers won't pull up earlier this year because if you see in the lineup, the whole of Joburg's finna come out for that shit.
Digesting that shit, and yeah, it is what it is, man. Anyway, I was planning on dropping something. I'll tell you about it. We also need to do some mini web series, musicals. Hip hop needs to get into that musical. We here. Oh, sorry, dog. The musical shit, the musical side of things. We need to just create stories while we do musical about it, rapping, dialogue. But we got
you see, we locked in with these cameras and everything.
Let's do that. You got all this equipment. Let's
utilize.
Let's do more with it. Otherwise, new age program with it.
Beautiful. Before you close it off though, I wanted to ask Kuti, just for your perspective, I always ask every artist I interview this, top 5 rappers of all time.
SA abroad, what?
Let's give it top 5 SA, top 5 international.
Okay, international. However fits you. It's gone.
Do your thing.
Nas, Benny the Butcher, Jada Kiss, Simba. Yeah,
Zimbabwe.
No, Simba. There's SY. You see this nigga is nodding? Yeah, Simba.
If Team was wild about anything must be nice.
Simba, and no, I'm forgetting. I know you love this Boogie. I'll just go with Boogie right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll just go with Boogie. Yeah.
Locally? Because that was fine.
Yeah, locally.
Froz, of course.
No, wait. Infectist. Number 1, Infectist.
Black, yo, Infectist. You're watching, bro. We need you on the pod.
Infectist.
Yo.
That's my name.
Infectist.
Chris.
Humble, super, and I mean that.
myself. Who else, Flash? Who I listen to? Locally.
Bella is nice.
Oh, Don Bella. Yeah, Tag.
Tizo, I love Tizo. Woo! Tizo's actually my favorite
nice.
South African rap. I'm not gonna
Tizo's
lie,
nice.
dog. I love that
Tizo
dude.
is nice. But Tizo and Infectious are like the same thing to me.
No, I get you. I get what you
They
mean.
like, you know, so if I had to put them together, like I can't choose
it.
Yeah, I can't.
Gun to your head.
It's just that Infectious is a producer too, you know. So yeah. Anyway, that's my list.
That's your list. One more, dog. If today they was to say, God forbid.
Sorry, dog. Sorry. If Battle King, what mention? What do you call it? What mention? Special mention, whatever that.
Yeah, special
Honorable mention.
Honorable mentions, yeah. Honorable
F-Ease.
F-Ease, most terrible.
That nigga said on a casting rap track, vandaag is Jovis in so like the Gucci who's on a different pedigree or something like that. I'm like, this guy, they're not gonna understand you, F-Ease. That's F-Ease, dog. But we can't told the content they got you said never.
But F-Ease was plumbing with them 1852 niggas for a minute. So even very skill wise, you know what I mean?
Yo.
But just to wrap it up, bro.
It was like,
I create one last thing. What's the one thing? If all of it like is at the end of it all, what's the one thing you want to be remembered for? If people say the name Froz,
message, dog. I just want to be that nigga that spoke the truth. I've never been afraid to speak the truth, dog. I've always been that nigga that says that's true to his own mind. Like if I said this, I'm gonna confidence about no kind of issue. I've always that I don't cause any bang about my issue. I've always been that nigga. I'm like you, dog. You speak your mind. I speak your mind. So when I die, I want them to know that so if I say fuck that nigga, it's fuck that nigga.
and I just want to say, man, it's an honor and a pleasure to have had you on this chair,
man. Yo, I knew we were gonna talk too much, man.
And we were gonna go in, bro, and I thought we were gonna be more controversial than we were, but I love that we were so mature about it. Do you have a good time?
No, I did, dog.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Chris Anti to the beat.
The brand new retro
podcast.
The brand new retro.
This is how it ended with Denmark. This is
basically the dopest podcast I've been.
Thank you.
No,
I
for real.
appreciate.
I had a fair to ever. This is like the dopest podcast. I'm talking podcast and then I end up talking alone.
I appreciate that because you know that.
Who said that?